Nomfundo Najoe, and today we have in studio with me Jonathan Najoe, who is an innovator, born and bred in Port Elizabeth, and he's worked very well with people and communities as well. He calls himself an aspiring South African diplomat, and I'm actually happy to have him here in studio today. This is my show, Info Power, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and also WhatsApp us in studio on 072 098 7884. That's 072 098 7884. Welcome to the show, Jonathan.
Thank you, Nomfundo, for having me. It's great to be here.
Yeah, I know that I met you last month, and it was great actually having to hear what you do, and
Thank you so much.
sharing your work with us as a public speaker and as an aspiring South African diplomat. So today's show, I want you to kind of educate us on what you do as Jonathan. But firstly, I'd like to find out, first question that I have for you is to tell the listeners, who is Jonathan Najoe?
Sure. This question is always like one of those that puts your mind at such a conundrum. But what I would like to say is that I'm a proud South African, and the person that I've come to be and am is all contribute to the fact that we're born in South Africa. And I don't know why this has happened to me, but I feel such a great pride and joy of being a part of this country. And I want to start there because of the fact that you mentioned something about diplomacy. So I've basically learned to know who I am, over the years and over the time. And if I can put myself in a space or in a title, or I'm just really, really passionate about skills development overall. Whether it's soft skills, hard skills, and that's a huge contributor to who I am. I'm a natural facilitator. It's not like I went to extensive training for it. Both my parents are developers, trainers at heart, and that's basically rubbed off of me. It took me a while to acknowledge it, but I'm there now, and I'm considered a loving person, I hope. But on the overall, I love doing new things. I'm very addicted to new things. I'm quite a daredevil as well. So right now, who I promote skills development in any fashion, and I am an aspiring entrepreneur as well. I've literally taken the challenge up on being in that space and being open to create different forms of income.
Okay, so since you are very passionate about skills development, I know that in June 2018, one of your skill sets is that you're an outcomes-based assessor.
Yeah.
This is this year.
Yeah.
Then previously in December 2016, you were skills development facilitator, and in 2013, generic management. That's what you did. You did generic
it's all short
management.
Course, yeah.
Okay.
The 2013 one is a 1-year course. The two latest one is short courses.
Okay. So can you tell us more about the skills development work that you do?
This was an important realization for me, is because I didn't really fit into the tertiary institution at that particular time. We're looking back at 2007, 2008, 2009. My maturity, my attitude, my approach just was not right for that environment. And so what I was good at was starting my career in terms of working world. So right after school, I committed myself to a job, part-time, contractually, and I then entered the job. And then generic management came my way, where there was this individual who worked for a company called Awards Training, and he would then come and spend time with us on a monthly basis and just really invest in us. And then that's how I began to develop the heart for further education, because that's what it's called, FET, further education and training. And that's when that connection was made for me personally, because I saw how that even though you are in the job market, that it doesn't mean you have to stay in that position forever. Because as young people, we're always hungry for the next thing. And so
Yes.
what that individual did, I'll never forget his name. I even remember his name to this day. It's Graham. He would pop around there with his BMW and say, "John, I'm here. Let's talk about genetic management." And he really took some time to invest in us. And it just gave me that peace of heart and peace of mind. It says, "Listen, John, you can still further yourself despite the fact that you've committed to work and university did not work out. Here's still a way that you can do both and still be able to promote yourself in growth." And that is how the relationship started with skills development.
All right. Well, what I do know about you is that you've worked over 10 different industries since 2007, and you've built networks across the Eastern Cape. And I know that you're invited as a speaker at different platforms, both young and old.
Yep.
Because I know there was a picture that I saw of you with our mayor,
Yes.
Mr. Trollop, which that is a great achievement. But in all the work that you do, what challenges do you face?
The challenge was for me is that I have always used this word contentment. Look, I'm not speaking about being content with who you are. I'm speaking about a contentment of there's like this dissatisfaction with your makeup, how you design, how you put together. And I've always wanted to be something I was not. And so that was a huge challenge for me, that identity crisis where you grow up not knowing culturally the colored race doesn't meet you there because it's built up of a mixture of things. So your search for identity, that was a huge challenge for me personally. And so beginning that journey, beginning that discovery and doing that research on finding out like who are you, John? I know you got a surname that comes from your dad. I know that you're born from your mother, but who are you outside of those parameters and those boundaries? And so those things really challenged me because I found that I was doing things, but I didn't feel that contentment within that fulfillment, that meaning. So that was a huge challenge for me, and that has given me one of my favorite anchor quotes is that your identity and the truth is in the details. It's not just in the culture, it's not just in your background, it's not just, but it's the details of the entire entity. It's just not going to be this one blanket approach of an answer, and that hugely challenged me growing up.
All right. So I take it you were born to do this.
Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna go to another song now. The time now is almost 25 to 1, and we'll have Jonathan Najoe back again to tell us more about the work that he does.
Awesome.